Robert Cornyn, East 84th Street. 80 years old, would have folded if you whispered at him. Never could have ID'd you through his Coke bottle lenses, but you beat him down. The pry bar till his brains fell out. You beat him while his... I need you to say it. Say it loud. I panicked and I killed the old man. Then you can turn around and go back to your cell and save us both some time.
84th Street? Was that thing they kept asking me about before I went in?
Don't do that, Nagy. I've been waiting for this conversation for 8 years. So have you.
Anytime I thought about you, I thought about what you did. How you put me here. Guess someone was looking after me. Even up the score.
You're gonna trip and fall. And when you do, I'm gonna be there to make sure you don't get back up. So you think about that. You eat your cornflakes, you get on the bus, you take a dump. Without wondering if this isn't the day that I get the confession you owe me.
Is that it?
Yeah. Go ahead. He's brushing his teeth. Probably heard something. Never saw it coming.
Pry bar on the window, exits out the front to his car.
Nagy's got a signature all over it.
Doesn't look like anything's missing except a couple of paintings. You know, Nagy's no art thief. He would have picked this place clean.
He got spooked and bolted. I just wonder what made him jump.
What can I do for you guys?
Oh, hey.
What can I do for you guys?
Hey, the kid. Did he see it?
Heard it.
Been covering some burglary conditions in this neighborhood.
This isn't a burglary, though, is it? And you're walking all over my crime scene.
Hey, look, we think
Hey, I'll bet. I just thought you might want some extra bodies.
Thanks. Do me a favor, make a coffee run. I'm light and sweet. Get some for yourselves.
I got it. Let's find a boss.
Hey, hell with that. Let's find Nagy.
Bobby, it's a homicide.
You saw the attitude. If we give them his name, what are they gonna do? Let us take lunch orders next time?
Yeah, but what do we even got to pick him up for?
You know we can't lay off the art fast, so he still needs cash. We follow him to his next job. We collar him for the burglary, and if we get lucky, then he's still packing evidence from this job. Come on, it's just another murder to these guys. We can make this mean something. Huh? Speak to me, people. What's Nagy doing right now?
He's coming out of the clinic going west.
Second trip in 2 days. Maybe he's got something the doctor can't fix.
Teddy, I hear your voice on my frequency. It better be something interesting. Virgil, you got eyes?
I'm on him, Sergeant. Just turn north. Could be back to the library, could be back to the train.
Wrong details.
Okay, Sarge, what am I looking for?
Is he carrying anything? Is he looking at anything?
Hands are empty, walking with purpose.
Shirt tucked in or out?
What?
Last time we saw him, he was with the doctor. His shirt was tucked in. Is it untucked now?
Tucked.
All right.
He's headed back to the hole. He's probably taking the train home.
Virgil, Holly, stay with him. Teddy, go ahead and jump ahead.
Two days, Bob.
So?
So the guy's done nothing.
He didn't have time 8 years ago to move the paintings. He's gonna take us to them. And I'm gonna take him and break him.
If he did East 84th, no one ever made the case.
But you need something here, Ed?
Yeah, some kind of status report on the non-extracurricular work. You know, the stuff they're gonna ask me about over at Comstat, where I'm gonna have to explain to them why it is that you haven't done one...
Scott Rollins silver gun robberies. It was a 25 Raven, by the way. We got probable cause on Tate James for the Bushwick shooting, and we got an address in Newark for Lynn Roby. Anything else? Let me get back to this, okay?
Why'd you warn him, Bob?
Because I wanted to look into his eye, see if he still felt safe.
Seemed to me like you were reminding yourself how much you hate him.
He's still in the city, which means the art or the money is still here. 8 years, man. Waiting.
Him Or you?
We're out of the hole at Atlantic. Looks like he's headed home.
I'm about 2 minutes out.
Holly, peel off. Wait for Teddy. Virgil, go ahead and take him home just in case you're wrong.
Why am I peeling off?
Man's been in jail for 8 years. Sooner or later, he's gonna notice you.
Police, don't move!
Shots fired, 574 Atlantic Avenue. Blue Saturn, no plates. Go!
That was a hit! Where's Nagy?
Gone, think he was shot.
Gun's gone too.
Call the bus for this guy.
Don't bother.
Michael Mallon, burglary, robbery, grand larceny. Guy's not a shooter, Bob.
Or it was the one thing he knew how to get away with. Perp 2 dumped a Saturn, stolen rental car. So he's out there somewhere waiting for you to beat some answers out of him.
Meanwhile,
Witness says Nagy picked up Mallon's gun. Crime scene confirms he's wounded.
well, if he bleeds out, I guess you win.
I need a murder confession on East 84th Street. Then he can bleed out.
He's not even supposed to be here.
Hey, some cops have to go home after the shoot. Some have to go to work. Which do you think he is?
He told you that?
I didn't ask.
You didn't ask your detective about his first time killing a man?
So where's Teddy and Holly?
Backtracking Nagy. Clinic, library, his apartment.
Now with our second shooter, start narrow, widen out.
Similar rap sheets, same neighborhood. I got it.
You talked to Internal Affairs yet?
They said after they talked to the DA.
Captain says there are plenty of witnesses.
I'm not worried.
Sure you are.
They're gonna bring up the excessive force complaints.
It's old news. It was old news when I brought you on board. IAB Shooting Review Board is not gonna feel good. But if they're doing the jobs right, then eventually it's gonna take the weight off your back.
What if they don't do it right?
Well, then they gotta go through me. And I got a long history of winning arguments.
Third Department's case tonight. Come on.
You made us.
Give me your hands. Give me your hands.
Okay. Damn.
Damn it.
Okay, man, okay. I didn't know you were cops.
Sure. Just down for a walk, huh?
Well, I had to take a piss.
Gee.
Burglar's tools.
Class A misdemeanor. You might as well write me up for public urination.
You know, you're right. Burglary, though, is a felony.
Bobby, hold on. Whoa.
Sit you back down for 5 to 10.
Hey, he can't do that. And that's not right.
You wrote the story. I'm just finishing it.
Come here.
No, man, they're rules. They're rules. You're not gonna let him do this, are you? You can't let him do that.
Come on, let's get out of here. Hey. Hell.
You really want to do this?
Put bracelets on the bastard to beat an old man to death while his grandson listened? Hell yeah. Detectives break him for East 84th. It's still our collar that got him there. It's still us testifying to probable cause. Look, you saw what he did, G. This is ours. Let's get out of here.
We know we made 2 different visits.
I told you, I can't tell you anything. Dr. Ryder, this man is wounded and armed. Give him enough time, he either dies or hurts someone. And I don't care that you don't like cops.
What makes you think I don't like cops?
Let's just say I recognize the look.
You understand the restrictions of doctor-patient confidentiality laws.
I understand that they do allow you to tell us if you have any knowledge that Stan Nagy committed or was the victim of a crime.
I don't have any knowledge that he visited me as someone who committed or was the victim of a crime, okay? Mr. Thompson?
Thank you very much. Think something's up with her?
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. My radar's all screwed up today.
Look, you did everything right. It happened the way it happened.
I didn't spot him fast enough. Sarge would have.
He's the Sarge. I wish I got there 30 seconds earlier. I didn't. Virgil's still okay, and you kept someone from getting shot.
Let's go.
Found perp 2.
Copy that.
Sean Rourke. Same profile as our dead shooter. Burglary, robbery, a bar assault. Nothing puts him in this league.
Two of them ever get pinched together?
No, but Midtown North thinks they'd both done business with a fence named Nick Sturgis.
Sturgis is the last of the old school Westies. Nagy did business with him back in the day.
He runs a trading company, a warehouse on 11th Street. I'll take a ride with you.
Oh. Why don't you go home?
Somebody's got to take a ride with you.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't look like Nagy was planning on staying long. No library stamp. Guess we got Nagy with Grand Theft book. Diptych. Laughing Crane, Crying Crane, stolen from the Denver Museum, 1989. Laughing Crane returned anonymously June 2005.
Wait, 3 months after Ironside sent Nagy up.
So, all we have to do, find Nagy, get him to tell us where the second painting is, and admit that he stole both of them from East 84th Street 8 years ago.
Bash some old guy's head in. Piece of cake, right?
You think it's gonna be like this? Everybody that Ironside locks up, the minute they get out, he's looking to put them back in?
Something happened between them. It's been running hot the last few days.
Hotter than usual? And how can you tell?
The 2 days we were following Nagy, you ever see him make a call?
No. No cell phone, and never used a payphone.
Yeah, he did.
What'd they do?
No. Ask me what I think you did.
I got a clean conscience.
Yeah, that's because you're a sociopath. You don't know right from wrong.
Is this just a routine ball bust, or do we have something to talk about?
Detective, tell him what we have to talk about.
About him sending Mike Mallon and Sean Rourke to hit Stan Nagy?
Damn, right there. See that? See that light go out? Hiring the first 2 idiots who come in here with stolen TV sets as shooters makes you really, really cheap or really, really nervous. It's nervous is what I think. Nagy scared you, and now you missed. Now you got good reason to be scared.
Nothing more to say, but talk to my lawyer, right?
Yeah, let's get out of here. Let you get back to feeding the great city of New York.
Hey! Step away!
Sorry about that. Hey, let me help you clean that
No,
up.
I got it.
No,
It's okay.
Hey. I broke it, I bought it. Look at them apples.
So how did you know it was hot electronics?
I know you don't ship produce in wooden crates. And a forklift driver doesn't wear $600 Ferragamos.
What?
Tend to notice shoes.
Think that'll fly as probable cause?
It's for the court to decide. Meanwhile, Rourke's gonna hear that Sturgis got locked up. He's gonna pop his head out of whatever hole he's in. And so will Nagy.
It's a shaky arrest, Bob, right on the edge of bad.
Hey, Ed. I know what the edge is.
Put your hands. You know what you just did?
Yeah, I found your perp for you.
It's hard to tell when the suspect's all lawyered up before he comes through the door. When I can't talk to him, get in his car, his apartment without getting a warrant.
Then get a warrant. He has that time to move the paintings.
You got an answer for everything, don't you, officer? You see those paintings? They're not registered. Insurance, receipts, nothing. They could be hanging on Nagy's damn wall right now. We wouldn't be able to identify them. Forget about proving they're from East 84th
It's a
Street.
good thing we got that burglary where you had your thumb up your fat.
Hey, come on, go after me one more time. On your ass! Tell that to Corny's grandkid. Tell him the burglary's enough. Hey, Bob, come on. All right!
Believe that guy. One of us, Nagy, still be on the street bashing somebody's head in.
This ain't over. This ain't over by a long shot, man. We gotta get our story straight, all right? Every detail. All right. No problem.
Hey, you're still here?
Yeah, I picked up a lead on the second shooter. What you been doing?
Nothing nearly that cool. So...
Don't. I'm good.
Doesn't mean you might not want to talk about it.
Actually, that's what I'm good means.
Come on.
Call records off a payphone in Nagy's halfway house. Few numbers of interest.
Called Nick Sturgis twice. Guess he decided to hit him right between the eyes.
Remind you of anyone you know?
Yeah. Called the clinic a couple of times.
Yeah, I want to go back at that doctor tomorrow. Might have just been a cat and dog thing, but I got a feeling she was keeping something in her pocket.
Always follow your cat and dog thing.
Hey, look at the call he made yesterday afternoon. 2:41 p.m.
Weber Gallery.
I remember the call. Someone doing an art forum article about the laughing crane. The questions got a little strange, and when I asked for a name, he hung up. We brokered its recovery in 2005.
Where was it recovered from?
No idea. It was returned anonymously for an $80,000 reward.
But doesn't that mean that you might have paid off the same guy who stole it?
The Denver Museum paid. Wouldn't be the first time. But the crying crane never resurfaced. Both pieces probably sold on the black market for $3 or $4 million apiece. Does he have to touch the paintings?
Well, he's my boss, but if you'd like to tell him not to touch the paintings, feel free. So after they were stolen in Denver, you think they both ended up in a private collection?
There are collectors who care about provenance, and there are collectors who don't.
What about Robert Cornyn? Which kind was he?
Horrible what happened to Robert. I understand his nephew...
Grandson. 2 paintings were pulled off his wall. Neither was registered to his insurance company, so was the laughing crane one of them?
I don't feel comfortable speaking ill of the dead.
Might be the only way to get him some justice.
It would have been consistent with his reputation, but I don't know for sure. Sergeant, that's really...
You know this is a Pentimento, right?
Excuse me?
Well, Teddy, you see how the paint is bubbled and cracked? He didn't strip all the varnish off the underlying painting. Now, the eyes are slightly different colors of blue, like the one on the left here. That's from the original painting underneath. But what do I know? There's some guy who shows up for the free wine and never buys anything.
Payphone to Sturgis the 2nd, 12:51, 5 minutes.
Day Nagy got out, he checks in, throws his crap on his bed, calls Sturgis, asks, where's my money?
Assuming Nagy did East 84th, assuming he gave Sturgis the laughing crane 8 years ago, assuming it came from 84th Street in the first
It
place.
did. Next call, come on.
Payphone, Weber Gallery, 1622, 1735. 2 minutes, then 7 minutes.
Call Weber told us about. Call with Sturgis didn't go well. He wants to know how much the paintings are worth, how much he's owed.
Payphone to the clinic, the 3rd, 0931, 2 minutes. Making an appointment.
You ever make a doctor's appointment in 2 minutes?
Well, he went right after. He got there at 10. He asked if Dr. Ryder was in. Someone said yes, he went.
It's your dog and cat thing, good. Background, driver's license, school records, medical boards.
In all my spare time?
Yeah, come on, go. From the clinic, Nagy goes home, calls Sturgis at 1410 for 10 minutes. I know this number. I dumped Sturgis's call log when we locked him up. Sturgis called the clinic. He hung up with Nagy and called...
Dr. Megan Ryder, a.k.a. Megan Sturgis.
Maiden name?
No, legally changed when she went to medical school. She's Nick Sturgis' daughter.
That's how Nagy scared him. It also explains why Sturgis was in such a hurry to hire Rourke and Mallett. These guys, they're hunting each other.
Doctor-patient law hasn't changed in the last 24 hours.
But Stan Nagy wasn't your patient, was he? We know who your father is. We know that Nagy did business with Nick Sturgis 8 years ago.
Do you know what it's like? Waiting for your father's name to come up, knowing that when it does, someone like you will be asking.
Sure. You grew up on the other side of a lot of closed doors. Men coming in and out of the house at 3 a.m., guns lying around like magazines. Learned to spot an unmarked car because they're always parked in front of your house. And there's that awful moment when you're about 15. When you go from being afraid that your father's going to be taken away to kind of maybe hoping someone will.
Hoping came a lot earlier than that. My father is not a good man. He didn't want to let me leave. Didn't want me to be anything more than his daughter.
So how'd you get out?
There were a lot of things I could hold against him. The kind of things you might imagine. Some that I hope you never can. We haven't spoken in 5-6 years.
He called you 2 days ago.
He called the clinic. I did not take the call.
What about Nagy? What did he want?
He wanted to know if I was Nick Sturgis' daughter. I told him to leave, and he did.
Just like that?
It was scarier than that.
2005, Stan Nagy brings you 2 paintings. Gets collared before you can lay them off.
I got nothing to say without a lawyer
I
present.
asked you to talk. Turns out they were already stolen once, which means they're not in any insurance inventory, which means they're like currency. Huh, a fencer's dream. Now you can talk. Did you rip them off, or was Nagy just impatient?
I got nothing to say without a lawyer present.
8 years. 8 years. He's got a lot of time on his hands, does a lot of homework. Finds out that the Laughing Crane was returned to the museum for no questions asked reward. Finds out you got a daughter. Whoa. Never mind she wouldn't piss on you.
Hey! You don't cross that line. Family's out of bounds.
So you do have something to say without a lawyer present.
You know the rules. It doesn't matter if she loves me, she hates me. You threaten my blood. I'm gonna answer.
You don't get to kill Nagy, Nick. Not until I'm done with them. Now, this getaway driver, this Sean Rourke, he's not nearly smart enough to stay hid much longer, which means you don't have a lot of time to make a deal with me.
What are you offering?
Connect the dots between Nagy, the Laughing Crane, and the East 84th Street murder. And I'll try not to connect the dots between you and Rourke. I'll look the other way, while you make whatever deal you gotta make with him to keep his mouth shut.
Mom.
Hey, Nick. Hey. What? What the hell, Ed?
His lawyer went around us to the DA's office. They're shutting us down.
Just give me 5 more minutes. He's gonna make a deal. I can close
No.
it. No.
You're short and curly away from a false arrest charge. The number of people who defend you fit in a very small room.
So you're not screwing me? You're just saving me from myself?
Big part of my day, every day.
Is this about time?
Depends on what you want.
State troopers found Sean Rourke on I-84. Turned into a car chase, then a foot pursuit, but they lost him in Poughkeepsie.
And?
He's got an ex-wife in Poughkeepsie.
Take Harley.
I can go.
No, you can't. You're on modified duty. And why are you still here anyway? Go home. That's what I'm gonna do.
You going home?
If that's okay with you.
Sure. Guess.
No sign of Rourke yet. Only way is in and out of front and side door. His ex-wife got home an hour ago, went inside and turned on the TV.
Okay, we need anything, we'll give you a call.
You know, Virgil lets me take the shotgun seat. Long legs.
Do I look like Virgil?
A little around the eyes. Now you look a lot like Virgil. Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
If it's that same emo crap you listen to in the office, yes.
Hey, Holly.
What?
Look at the car. She left the air conditioning running so hot it's still dripping, so what'd she crack the windows? Rourke's wife.
Ex-wife.
Ex-wife came home an hour ago. Troopers chased Rourke, lost him on foot 2 hours ago. What if he called her and she picked him up somewhere?
And dropped him off?
What if she didn't? She comes home, sees the cops parked on the block, doesn't want to bolt and look suspicious, so she...
Leaves him sweating in the car, rolls down the windows and goes inside.
Ex-wife.
You feeling this, or you just don't want to let me sleep?
Mostly feeling this.
Sean, run! Hurry, don't move! Don't...
Come on, dude, you're losing!
You shot at me yesterday. You think about how little an excuse I'm looking for.
I didn't wake you, right? I mean, I was riding by and saw the light on.
You just riding by Harlem at 1 a.m.?
Yeah, you know how it is. Brain gets working, you can't sleep. I didn't want to wake Penny, so got on the bike. Next thing I know.
It's all right, man. My brain's been bouncing, too.
Yeah, heard it was Burke in that Brooklyn thing. How's his head?
Hey, he's a tough kid. Reminds me of you in a lot of ways, good and bad. Hey, Stan Nagy was in the middle of it. Trying to close out that old man's murder once and for all. I looked him in his eye. Nothing but hate, man. Both ways. What?
Nothing. It's a good chapter to close.
Yeah, I knew then what I know now. We would have gone all the way, partner. Gotten that murder confession instead of waiting for that pail from Major Case to lay down and die.
That's not how it went, Bobby. You know that. We were wrong. You for what you did, me for thinking I was being a good partner for not stopping you.
Cut plenty of corners back in the day, G.
This wasn't bending rules, man. You broke the law.
You want to do that? You want to start going through all the things we did, which ones were legal,
We
which
screwed
ones...
up a homicide. We lost Nagy over a trumped-up burglary. We cost us 3 years of our career coming back out of the wilderness.
So now the cold days are all on me?
Hey,
wait, it had nothing to do with the fact that you were drunk half the time, and the other half, you got heavy-handed. Hey, man, it's...
No, you're right. These days I dig up regrets like dinosaur bones. But I know there's a difference between fixing mistakes and trying to make them go away. Thanks for the coffee.
Yeah.
I want to make a deal.
Okay, 2 cops and half a dozen witnesses ID'd you shooting Stan Nagy. What kind of deal do you want?
Mikey gets killed, then he goes silent on me. Right's right. I don't owe him anything.
Clean it up, Sean. Nick Sturgis gave me and Mike Mallon X dollars to shoot why?
Huh?
Start from the start. Use names and go slow.
Nagy had a beef with Nick. It's over something. Money. He threatened Nick's daughter. I don't know her name.
So, Nick got nervous?
Nick got mad. Laying off jewelry and TV sets, anyone knows there's not a lot of future there. But Sturgis offers us 25 to hit Nagy. Suddenly Mikey's got this idea he's gonna be a hitman.
You looked into that mouth breather's eyes and figured you'd get through to him with an algebra problem.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of a good cop, bad cop thing. Is his statement going to be enough to go after Sturgis?
It's enough to force Sturgis to talk to me.
Place is empty. You should take a look.
All right, thanks, Keith. Hey, put in a call to crime scene, okay?
Holly and Teddy are at Sturgis's place. Wife said he never came home. Maybe he's running? Or Nagy got to him?
No, Nagy came in through the window. However he was patched up, it ripped open. He sat down. Wrote Sturgis a note. Nagy went out the same way he came in. Sturgis finds the note.
Unlocked, left in a hurry, empty. Took cash?
A gun, too. Nah, he's not running. He's not paying off Nagy, but they're gonna meet up.
Where?
Where does Nagy know for sure Sturgis will show? And get himself patched up at the same time.
Clinic doesn't open for a couple hours, but the front door's unlocked. There's blood on the ground.
ESU is 5 minutes behind us. Holly and Teddy still on the bridge. You got a gun on you?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
No.
Call an ambulance. He wouldn't let me.
Where's his gun?
Top drawer.
Stan, you're dying.
You don't think I know that? You killed me, you bastard.
It's time to come clean.
Even Sturgis. There's no difference. There's rules to be followed.
No, Stan, the old man died. Now, you didn't mean to do it. You got scared. You didn't know he was gonna die, right?
You and Sturgis. There's no difference. You steal my life, you steal my time.
No, tell me it was you. Stan, tell me that you were the one that killed him. Just tell me that it was you.
Don't pay me. You don't have to pay me. Why do you pay him? Don't pay him. He's weak, yeah. You didn't make me weak.
84th Street, Stan, the old man. Tell me you went in and you robbed him and you killed the man while his grandson heard him scream. The kid heard him scream, Stan.
He's 84th Street. You didn't make me for that. No, you just cheated.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, I cheated. All right, I stole 8 years of your life. You beat me, you won. So tell me how you beat me. Tell me how you won.
8 years of my life. I could have gone through that window, but I didn't go through the window.
All right, I cheated. I told you I cheated already, all right? So just stand. East 84th Street, the old man, you stole his art. Just tell me. Come on, man. Come on, let's make this right.
What the hell with you?
Tell me you beat me. Tell me it was you. Tell me you did it.
Just say it! Hell with all of you.
Just say it. Nigga, just say it.
You could kill me. Yeah, you could kill me. But
Stand.
You can't be. You can't be.
You're dying.
You can't.
Come on, man. You said it. Just say it. Niggy. Niggy!
Tried to save him after I watched him kill my father.
Because you're a doctor.
Yeah? Is that why?
Did he say anything?
He was dying. He was incoherent.
So he didn't know about you. That you were the one who returned the Laughing Crane. Nick Sturgis is not going to return a $4 million painting for $80,000. He's not in that business. It would take someone with access, different priorities.
$80,000 was enough to put myself through med school. Like I told the other detective, I was going to do anything to get out of that house. He never said a word about what I did. Maybe that's what passed for love. Maybe he understood me better when I was a thief. What happens now?
There's no law against returning a stolen painting. I'm not ratting out your dad. Of course, if you had the second picture, maybe to remind yourself of where you've been or what you've done, scare yourself into being better. At some point, I would have to come after you. I have to come after you. Then again, only a fool would spend 8 years dwelling on the wrong things they did for the right reasons.
Teddy's in central booking with Rourke Holly's at the ME with the bodies.
You gonna sleep in the locker room again tonight?
We're working a case. I had to pull my weight.
And you killed a man. It's okay for that to mean something to you. Next few weeks, months, you're gonna find answers to questions about yourself you never even knew you had.
That's the pep talk.
Pep talk is you gotta go home. You kiss your wife, kiss your kids, and then you think about the fact that you could go home. Which means you did everything right on the street. Yeah?
All right.
Call me from your house phone inside 3 hours, or don't come back.
Stay out super late tonight, picking apples, making pie. Put a little something in our lemonade and take it with us, put half away in a fake empire. Put it half away in a fake empire.
I'm on a foot post 4, 5, and 8. This guy comes out of the Starling Hotel flying on meth. Here's this old 38. Looks like he bought it off Elliot Ness. He lifts his gun. I shoot him twice, center mass. He just stands there. Looks at me and says, "What'd you do that for? I was gonna kill myself anyway." Puts a gun to his head, pulls the trigger, the gun misfires. He sits down on the sidewalk, says, "Man, this isn't my day." Well, I think Virgil will come through it.
Yeah, he seems like the type. Nagy kept saying, I killed him.
I read your report. He said a lot of things.
It wasn't the blood. It wasn't even the kid. Though I kept telling myself it was. It was a toothbrush. It was still in his hand like he was gonna go back to his grandson and finish brushing his teeth when it was over.
It's a watch for me. A woman's wristwatch.
I still don't look in the mirror when I brush my teeth.
Well, maybe tonight you will.
Stay out.